Okay, so this is the redo video for the gloving and gloving and sterilizing gloving. The original video I did, I could not get the gloves on properly because unfortunately they were too small. So I'm going to wash my hands and kind of explain the procedure as I go, and hopefully that can shed a little light on why we will not want to get our gloves contaminated. If they were used properly or being done right, they would have came in a package, and then that package of course would have been sealed. I would have had to properly put the gloves on without getting them contaminated, which means that the corners and covers of the top of the glove would have been folded back. I would have had to make sure I got my hand inside the glove without touching any other areas besides not getting contamination on the glove. Make sure they were both up over the wrist as well. And then it would have been the same thing for the second glove, making sure I stayed inside of the glove without not touching anything that would have got the glove contaminated moving forward inside. But as I mentioned before, making sure they're over the wrist, that when the gloves are on, making sure they do not touch anything. They have to stay non-contaminated. But if it were in the plastic, in the original covering, I should say, in the original cover that the gloves would have came in, I wouldn't have been able to touch anything, and I would have had to start it from the top and work my hand inside the glove, also moving to the other hand, doing the same thing, moving our hand inside the glove without contaminating the outside of the gloves. And that is the most important part, not having contamination on the glove. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that correctly because I didn't have the proper gloves and the right fitting. But in the future, we will know not to let the gloves get contaminated, and also when we're touching them, to make sure we're keeping our hands without touching the outside and making sure they're remaining inside. So hopefully that can conclude my video for gloving and ungloving sterile technique. Thank you.